37.6 million ounces vanished in 47 days. Gone from ComEx vaults. The largest drain since 1980. You know what else happened in 1980? Silver hit $49. Then the entire futures market nearly collapsed. February 14th, 2025. For major South Korean banks, stopped selling silver. Just stopped. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Indefinitely. China blocked citizens from buying physical precious metals through banks. And right now, something's happening that shouldn't be possible. Spot silver is trading above futures prices. That's called backwardation. In plain English, people are paying more to get silver today than to get a promise of silver 6 months from now. That's not investing. That's panic. 3 times in history, this exact pattern has played out. 3 times, the people who saw it early made generational wealth. 3 times, everyone else stood there wondering what the hell just happened. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which stage we're in, why this time is different, and what a $17 billion lesson from 2 Texas billionaires teaches us about what not to do. Let me show you the pattern. It's brutally simple. For stages, every commodity that's ever been used as money follows this exact cycle. Stage 1, establishment. A commodity becomes money. Governments back currency with it. Prices stay stable for decades. Everyone trusts the system. Stage 2, manipulation. Someone realizes they can create paper claims on physical metal. 1 ounce of real silver becomes 10 paper contracts, then 50, then 100. Paper is profitable. Physical is expensive, so they flood the market with promises while draining the vaults. Stage 3, the squeeze. Demand grows. People start demanding physical delivery. The vaults drain. Everyone realizes simultaneously there aren't enough ounces to cover all the paper. Panic. People rush to convert paper to physical, but the physical doesn't exist. Stage 4, the break. The paper market collapses. Trading halts. Delivery failures cascade. Prices go parabolic on physical, while paper contracts become worthless. The people holding real metal win. Everyone else learns an expensive lesson about owning something versus owning a promise of something. That's why price won't matter. When stage 4 hits, there is no paper price, only physical. And if you don't already have it, you won't be getting it. Now let me prove this pattern is real with the most dramatic example in history. Nelson Bunker Hunt and William Herbert Hunt. Texas oil billionaires. 1979, they start buying silver. Not a little, everything. They accumulate 200 million ounces, half physical, half futures contracts. Their bet? The dollar is dying. Inflation is 13%. Nixon killed the gold standard in 1971. Fiat currency is collapsing. Silver is real money. Here's the thing, they weren't wrong. January 1979, silver at $6 per ounce. September, $10. December, $30. January 17th, 1980, $49.45. That's 724% in 12 months. The Hunt brothers are worth billions. They're the richest men in America. And Wall Street is terrified. Why? Because they're not just buying, they're taking delivery, draining the physical supply. And they're using leverage, controlling far more silver than they could buy outright with futures contracts. Every contract is a claim on physical metal, and they're demanding that metal. ComEx panics. The vaults are emptying. If the Hunts keep demanding delivery, the exchange fails. So ComEx does what exchanges always do when they're losing. They change the rules. Mid-game, January 7th, 1980. Silver Rule 7. No more long positions. You can sell. You can maintain existing positions. You cannot buy, but silver keeps climbing anyway. Until January 21st, margin requirements get raised drastically. Overnight, holding futures becomes impossibly expensive. The Hunts need hundreds of millions in additional margin. They scramble. They sell. Others panic and sell. March 27th, 1980. Silver Thursday. Silver collapses from $21 to $10.80 in one day. The Hunt brothers lose $1.7 billion. They declare bankruptcy. Brokerage houses teeter. Banks freeze credit for 48 hours. The system almost breaks completely. But here's what everyone forgets. The people holding physical silver, not futures, not paper, but actual metal in their possession, they didn't lose anything. When the dust settled, silver was $10. That's still 66% higher than where it started. The people who bought physical at $6 and held through the chaos made enormous returns. The Hunt brothers failed because they used leverage and paper. The system changed the rules. But you can't change the rules on something you actually own. That lesson matters because we're watching the exact same setup today. And it's actually worse this time. Gold is just money. Silver is money and the most critical industrial material in modern technology. Your phone? Silver. Solar panels? Silver. Car electronics? Silver. Medical equipment? Silver. 5G towers? Silver. Military missiles? Silver. Every technology defining modern civilization depends on silver. And we're running out. 148.9 million ounce deficit in 2024. Fourth straight year of deficits. We're mining less every year, using more every year. The solar panel industry alone could drain 85 to 98% of global silver reserves by 2050, according to a University of New South Wales study. This isn't the Hunt brothers anymore. This is physics meeting industrial demand. And you can't print silver. Let me show you using data that came out this week. Stage 1. Complete. For 150 years, silver was money. US coins were 90% silver until 1965. Then they removed it because silver became worth more than the coin's face value. That should have been the warning. Stage 2. Complete. Once silver stopped being money, Wall Street created the paper market. Futures, ETFs, certificates, derivatives. For every ounce of physical, they issued 50, sometimes 100, paper claims. The largest silver ETF, SLV, holds 440 million ounces. Or so they claim. Read the prospectus carefully. They can settle in cash if physical isn't available. Your silver might just be a promise to pay you dollars if silver goes up, not actual silver. ComEx total vaults, 265 million ounces. Registered for delivery, 43 million ounces. When futures traders demand delivery, there are only 43 million ounces to cover hundreds of millions in open interest. For decades this worked. Most traders closed for cash. Until now. Stage 3 is active. Right now, October 1st, 2024, ComEx registered inventory at 80 million ounces. December 3rd, 2024, 43 million. That's 37.6 million ounces gone in 47 days. That's not normal profit taking. That's a bank run. November 17th alone, 6.13 million ounces withdrawn in one day. February 14th, 2025, for major South Korean banks simultaneously suspend silver sales. These are banks with unlimited capital and global connections. If they can't source silver, what does that tell you? China raised risk classifications on precious metals. Citizens literally cannot buy through banks anymore. Why? China is hoarding for the state. They've restricted exports. They require physical deposits for futures trading now. India's silver imports hit records in 2024. Indians have lived through currency crises. They know physical metals protect wealth when paper fails. And now add industrial demand on top. Solar panels, electric vehicles, 5G infrastructure, AI data centers. Every major economic trend increases silver demand. Supply declining since 2016. Deficits every year. And backwardation. Spot trading above futures. That screams physical desperation. Last time we saw this combination? 1980, right before the break. We are deep in stage 3. The squeeze is active. Stage 4 hasn't fully arrived yet. But we're at the door. CME trading halt, November 2024. Official reason? Cooling failure. A cooling failure. In a market with military-grade infrastructure that handles trillions in trades daily. Veteran traders know, when exchanges halt mid-spike, someone big is in trouble. ComEx has two options. Change the rules like they did in 1980, raise margins, limit positions, suspend delivery. Or let the market run and watch the price go parabolic. What do you think they'll choose? They'll try to control it. But here's the problem. This isn't two Texas billionaires. This is global industrial demand. Investors in dozens of countries. Central banks accumulating. BRICS nations building alternative systems. You can't change rules on everyone simultaneously. When stage 4 fully hits, trading halts become common. Delivery failures cascade. Contracts get cash settled against buyers' will. Premiums explode. Spot at $60. Physical dealers charging $80, $90, $100 just to get metal. Then one day, the paper market freezes entirely. Contracts suspended. Lawsuits filed. Regulators investigate. And people holding physical silver watch from safety. Because they already won. This isn't speculation. This is pattern recognition. And the pattern is screaming. Here's what matters. First, understand the difference between paper and physical. Trading silver ETFs or futures for quick profits. That's speculation. Know the risks. The Hunt brothers prove what happens when the exchange changes rules. But buying physical silver in your possession, that's protection. That's insurance. That's the only thing that survives stage 4. Not in a vault you don't control. Not in an ETF. Not in futures. In your hand. In your safe. Where you can see it, touch it, secure it. Second, don't buy collectibles or numismatics. You want pure silver content in forms anyone, anywhere recognizes. American Silver Eagles. Canadian Maple Leafs. 100-ounce bars from recognized refiners. Liquidity matters when the system breaks. Third, check dealer premiums right now. Physical silver is available today at $3 to $5 over spot. When the squeeze accelerates, premiums will be $20, $30, $50 over spot. Eventually none available at any premium. Dealers sold out. Mints with year-long wait lists. You'll be standing there with cash losing value, unable to convert it to the one asset gaining value. The premium is the early warning system. Watch it. Fourth, this isn't all or nothing. Take 10%, maybe 15% of assets and convert to physical silver. Enough that if the pattern completes, you're protected. But not so much that if something unexpected happens, you're destroyed. Balance caution with action. The window is closing. Not because some guru says so. Not because of hype. Because the vaults are empty. Banks are stepping back. Backwardation is screaming supply is gone. The market is telling you the truth. You just have to listen. Every fiat currency in history eventually loses purchasing power. The dollar has lost 98% of its value since 1913. And you cannot print silver. You cannot create it with monetary policy. You cannot algorithm your way out of a supply deficit. Physics doesn't care about economic models. So here's my question. Are you going to wait until the market breaks and wish you had acted? Or recognize the pattern, trust the data, and do something while there's still time? The choice is yours. But the window won't stay open forever. If this clicked for you, subscribe now, because the silver squeeze is just one domino. In the next video, I'll show you the $680 trillion derivatives market built on the same paper promises, the same empty vaults, the same inevitable collapse. Currency crisis, debt spiral, systemic failure, all following the exact same 4-stage pattern. And all of them are in stage 3 right now. Subscribe. Watch that video. Learn what's coming before the window closes. Because the people who see the pattern early don't just survive, they thrive. The clock is ticking.